this channel. Yes, Mia, what has happened to your hair? I know, it's pink. Well, I'll tell you what happened. My friend was like, I want to dye my hair blue. And then I was like, I want to dye my hair some colour. This rose gold colour. And I'm like, oh, I like that colour. I'm going to dye my hair that colour. So I went to pick up my little brother from school. And I was like an hour too early. So I went into this little shopping centre. Well, it's a big shopping centre. In Denmark, it's a big shopping centre. But it's actually a very little shopping centre. Never mind. And I bought the hair dye. I opened it. And this was when I realised it was a permanent hair dye. No, I just used some money on that, so I'm just gonna do it anyway. So I don't know if this is permanent or not, and I won't tell my parents this. It happened before a couple of times. Last time I tried to dye my hair like Galaxy and it went so wrong. I was like, it was really bad. I can't even, no, I won't even show you a picture, I can't. Like, this is like blue, but on the camera and everywhere to everyone it just seems black. So it was like this colour my hair was. And then on top I had this like very pinkish, but I actually really like this colour. So yes, welcome to my first actual book chat. And today I'm going to be talking about The Selection, which is this book right here. Actually, this is the second book called The Elite, but like the book is called The Selection, but like the first book, like this is called, the series is called The Selection and the book is called The Elite, but like the first one is just called The Elite. Like, The Selection, just called The Selection. So, actually the reason why I don't have this is because I borrowed it to one of my friends who's reading it, and she's already at chapter 10, which is like really much for her. So like, fourth part through, I don't know. Anyway, about this girl called Americas Singer. She sings. She's a very poor family. She's in a very poor family. It's this futuristic book. It's in the future, after the Fourth World War, and America, like the country America, is now called Ilea, named after the person who founded it, Gregory Ilea. So there's a monarchy, and there's this system, and you can be a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, a 7, and an 8. If you're 1, you're like royal, and if you're number 2, you're like really, really rich, and if you're number 3, you're like kind of rich, and if you're number 4, you're kind of like normal. So if you're 8, you're just like really, really poor. Basically, if you're 4 and down, you're poor. It's only like it's just bad. The main protagonist, America, she is a 5, but she's in love with a boy from 6. Her family is very poor. They all have to work to get their money to feed themselves and stuff. But sometimes she gives Aspen, that's the 6er boy's name, some of her food, because it's like getting food is hard in her family, but for his family it's like really bad. So they meet and stuff, and I just want to say, I'm a huge, like, I ship Aspen and America. I know people are going to hate me now, because, like, every book review I've read, it's just, American Maxon, American Maxon, American Maxon, what American Maxon? Aspen has to die. No, Aspen does not have to die, Maxon has to die. Moving on to the actual selection. So, there's this prince called Maxon from the royal family, and it's time for him to get married. They take these 38 girls. Apparently, there's only like 38 sort of states in Ilea instead of what there is now, the USA. So now there's only 35, and one girl from each state, I don't know what they call it, they don't call it states, I can't remember what they call it, is taken in, and America gets chosen for hers, even though she didn't actually want to. There's these 35 girls, and the prince has to pick which one to marry. America gets chosen, but she didn't actually want to be chosen because she wants to be with Aspen. But her family, she gets paid to be at the castle, so her family gets paid, which is good because they really need the money. So she thinks, oh well, I'll just sign in. It's not like they're going to pick me. They picked her. And she goes up to the castle, and she's like, okay, fine, I'm not going to win anyway. My family gets paid for this. I get nice food, so I'm just going to accept this. And then there are these other girls. There's Celeste. She's a bitch. There's Marley, really nice. Natalie, we don't really hear so much about. Elise, she's just there because she has connection with New Asia, which is what Ilea is at war with. And Scandinavia, Denmark, Sweden and Norway. In the future, apparently, it's also Finland and some other countries, and it's like one country, so it's really weird. And then there's the other girls, there's Ashley. I actually found a list of contestants, and I found out one of them's named Mia, so I'm in the selection. Except, like, I get thrown out, but that's fine because I don't want to marry Max, and like, I don't like the guy, okay? I don't. I can't. No, you just. Have you seen my crown? It's actually selection inspired. Look at selection crown. Yay. We're just gonna come now. Come! Okay, so if you don't want any spoilers about the whole selection series, I'm going to talk. There are 5 books in total, and I'm going to talk about the first 3 because the 4th and the 5th book, another POV. So I'm just going to talk about the first 3 ones, and if you don't want any spoilers, better get out of here. First, I was like, I read the first book. I didn't know it was a number 1, even though the letters are very clearly stated here. Thought it was just 1 book. Read it. Okay, they've shortened 35 girls down to 6 girls. The elite. Wait, well, how did it end? Like, it can't end like this. Fine, I'll get the second book. That's probably where it's gonna change, because like they can't drag the selection out. I read the elite, and I'm like, they can't. There's only 6 girls left. In the other books, they cut 29 girls out of the book. Okay, there are only 6 people. Of course, they're gonna find a winner now. Like, it's obvious. Read that. They only eliminated 2. The third book here. Oh, anyone think that the scene with Marley in the elite was so sad? She was just getting beaten in America. I can't even imagine if my best friend was like getting beat up there for something I actually did. Marley is getting punished for something she did, but actually America has done that thing as well, just except no one actually found out. But if anyone had, she would have gone through the exact same thing. America has to sit there while her friends get like beaten with this cane thing. I'm just like, Maxon, he's just sitting there. Another guy. Reason I don't like the guy, okay? Don't. So he's just sitting there. America's just yelling. Maxon, make this stop. And he's just sitting there like, seriously. So the 4 people we have left is Elise, still just only there because she has connection with New Asia. Celeste, bitch. Chris, just kind of nice, but I don't like her. So sorry. Yeah, I just don't like her. She's a rebel. I actually had that one figured out, you know. And then of course we have America. And I think that Maxon's and America's friendship is so cute. I really ship it. And I was like, finally, a book where they're actually just friends and nothing else happened. And they have this like cute signal where if they want to talk to each other, they just tug their ear and then they just know. I know it sounds weird, but I really love it. I really do. And I was like, yay, this is like a really close friendship. He promises her, and he's gonna like drag it out really long so he can spend time with her. And she's gonna make it to the elite, and she's gonna be like the second last person when he has chosen a person. She'll be the last one to be let go. So I'm like, oh, this is so cute. Like, I love this friendship. He kisses her. I was so mad. I was just writing to my friend like, why can't a book ever have an unromantic protagonist? Actually, she was romantic even if that hadn't happened because she likes Aspen as well. This was kind of like a love triangle kind of thing, but like we all knew from the start that Aspen had no chance because if America got thrown out of the elite, then and just ended where she started, like where's the so we all knew it was doomed, but I can't know. And then her dad, I really like her dad. Why did he have to have a heart attack? Really? He is a rebel. And I actually knew, you find out that in the 3rd book, but I knew it was going to happen in the 2nd book because, or was it the 1st book? I found out that he was a rebel the book before he died, okay? I can't remember what book it was because I read them all straight after each other. Like, it took me 3 days to read 3 books. Like, they're very short. They're only like 410 pages, but in the paperback it only has like 300 a little bit pages, so it's not really that much, and I don't really have a life, so that's what yes, so that's good. I knew he was a rebel because like America tells her dad about the books. A couple days later they get stolen. America gets Maxon, of course, because that just had to happen, right? They get married. And am I the only person here who thinks that it's really, really, really weird that Aspen is walking her down the aisle? Like, sure, my ex-boyfriend will just like walk me down the aisle to my new future husband. It's not weird or anything. Like, he's like a dad figure to me. It's not like he was my boyfriend for 2 years. No. Am I the only person who's like, so there's one thing I don't get in the third book. Maxon and America has to tell August something. They can't get in touch with them, so they need to sneak out of the palace to meet them. And then they get a note to August saying they want to meet him. But how did they get that note to him if she just said that she can't get in touch with him, and the reason he has to get out of the castle is to get in touch with him? But they got in touch with him because they arranged it. So that makes no fucking sense. Doesn't. It really doesn't. They go out into for no reason and just tell them things they already knew. And then there's this person who gets shot. Was that really worth it? Tell me, was it? And why did Aspen have to take them out? Sure, let's just in the middle of the night get my ex-boyfriend to smuggle us out of the palace from safety in the middle of the night in a palace car that I didn't even think about. It was just a palace truck. Not like anyone's going to attack it or anything, because all the people love the royal family. That's why there's so many rebels, right? Let's just all sneak outside to go exchange a couple of words with August and Georgia that they already knew. I just think that the author did it so she could get someone shot, because no one ever dies. The only people who die are like random guards and stuff that you have never even heard their name. You don't know anything about them. They just see a couple of guards and oh, it's really violent because I see these people I don't know. Then, bam! In the third book, they had to kill. I think the person I was most upset about died was Celeste. So you spent the first and the second book thinking like, oh, she's so terrible, she's just a bitch. And then you really get to know her, and I really like her, and I really, really like that. Just tell me if you need me to break her legs for you. Said to America, I love that so much, like true friendship. I love that. Like, yeah. And she just died, like, blink of an eye. Like, America just looks up and just shot in the head, like, no. And then they kill Anne. And I really, really liked Anne, but it's quite convenient that she died since she had a crush on Aspen and Lucy was with Aspen, but I still didn't really want her to die. And then I was like really happy the king died, but that was like really convenient as well. I guess that's why Kiera Cass murdered the queen as well, because otherwise it would just like not be at all tragic, it would just be good. But I really, really liked the queen. I really, really liked like her and America's relationship, except I don't like that Maxon picked America, because I still ship America and Aspen. Maxon is blonde and America has red hair. How did their daughter get black hair? Like, it's just like genetics. It was just like coincidence, right? It just is the coincidence. But I just can't. My first thought, and that didn't really happen, so it can't have happened. But my first thought was that Aspen was actually really her father, like, because I just really wanted this to happen, even though at the point of like 2 years before her birth, America was getting married to Maxon and everything was over and Aspen was with Lucy and stuff, so it could have happened. Just I want them to be together so much that I'm making all these conspiracy theories. But come on, it's really, really weird. Your dad has blonde hair and your mother has red hair and suddenly you have black hair? Seriously? No, that can't happen. Kiera Cass have to do that. I don't. Nah. Okay. Yes. So I think that's about it. Cause I thought. I can't. I'm making a video about it. I can't contain my anger and I can't think about anything else right now. So I can't talk anymore. So that was it. Bye! Oh, if you see my earrings, I just got new earrings.